question we can ask our own selves, question our own circumstance. What is our relationship between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Are we dealing with this religion and Islam with ihsan? Are we striving to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as if we see Him? But no, we cannot see Him, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He sees us. So this ayah is a reminder for us that the trumpet will be blown. And then everything will fall dead. And then it will be blown again. And then everyone will be raised up. And then we'll be held to account regarding what we used to do. So as you mentioned in Muslims, that having belief in this day, Yawmul Qiyamah, is from our aqidah, is from our belief. A fundamental part of our belief that cannot be neglected, it cannot be put to the side. It is a reality. To the point that a person's iman, the slave, his faith cannot be complete unless he believes in this occurrence which will occur by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There must be no doubt in it whatsoever. So this day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned it many times and referred to it many times in the Quran as a reminder for those who have hearts which are inclined to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A reminder, a guidance for us to be ready to prepare ourselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also mentions in another ayah, وَكُلَّ إِنسَانٍ أَلْزَمْنَاهُ طَائِرَهُ فِي عُنُقِهِ وَنُخْرِجُ لَهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ كِتَابًا يَلْقَاهُ مَنْشُورًا اقْرَأْ كِتَابَكَ كَفَى بِنَفْسِكَ الْيَوْمَ عَلَيْكَ حَسِيبًا. Allah mentions in the Quran that for every person, his fate will be tied around his neck. It will be attached, fastened to his neck. And on that day, Yawmul Qiyamah, the books will be brought forth. Those books, wherein the angels are writing our deeds. But we're not mindful of that. We're not mindful of the things that we say of good, or more so even of that which is bad, that it's being recorded. And these books will be presented to us. They'll be presented to us on Yawmul Qiyamah at that time. To the point where some of the people, when they're now being called to account for what they did, they will try to argue in dispute with regards to what they did. But then what will Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also do? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when those people are reminded of what they did, and the proof is established upon them, the proof will be established upon us what we do. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also cause the very limbs of the body, this body, to speak. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned this in the Quran. So don't be deceived that you can do some actions. Your own body may testify against you, O Muslim. And as Allah mentions that they will say, وَقَالُوا لِجُنُودِهِمْ لِمَ شَهِدْتُمْ عَلَيْنَا قَالُوا أَنْتَقَنَا اللَّهُ الَّذِي أَنْتَقَ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ وَهُوَ خَلَقَكُمْ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ وَإِلَيْهِ تُرْجَعُونَ. They will say to their skins, why do you testify against us? On this day, you're testifying against us. And they will say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala caused us to speak. Allah caused us to speak, the one who caused everything to speak. And He created you the first time, and to Him is your return. So what will our condition be, O Muslims, when our own limbs will be given the ability to speak? Are we going to be mindful about the things that we see, the things that we touch from the haram, the khamr that the Muslims are engaged in, the zina, and all the types of haram that Allah has made forbidden? Are we not going to be mindful that our limbs are going to testify against us? And we'll question them, and they will tell us, they will speak. They say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made us to speak. Allah also mentioned, وَمَا كُنْتُمْ تَسْتَتِرُونَ أَنْ يَشْهَدَ عَلَيْكُمْ سَمْعُكُمْ وَلَا أَبْصَارُكُمْ وَلَا جُنُوبُكُمْ وَلَكِنْ ظَنَنْتُمْ أَنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَعْلَمُ كَثِيرًا مِمَّا تَعْمَلُونَ ذَلِكُمْ ظَنُّكُمُ الَّذِي ظَنَنْتُمْ بِرَبِّكُمْ أَرْدَاكُمْ فَأَصْبَحْتُمْ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ فَإِنْ يَسِيرُ الْفَنِّ. A question we can ask our own selves, question our